Okay, now guys, let's begin with the new chapter, that is biomolecules. Okay, now when you understand, when you just hear the word biomolecule, what could come to your mind? Something that is related to biology or biological aspects, or you could simply say that something which is related to molecules, right? So now we are going to study what are these biological molecules, and we are going to study the chemistry behind it. Okay, so that's what this chapter is all about. Okay, so now let's begin with the introductory part. What are biological molecules, or what are biomolecules? Biomolecules, they are nothing but what do you say, some sort of what do you say, molecules which are present in living matter, right? For example, you might have studied about proteins, amino acids, you know about sugar, right? You know cellulose, you know about polysaccharides, right? You know about like different you have already studied different biomolecules like this in your lower classes. So now in this particular session, in this particular chapter, we are going to have an in-depth discussion about the different types of biomolecules. So we will be studying. So now before beginning with the introductory part or the session flow, I would like you to understand this, that we are going to, our aim should be emphasizing the chemistry behind it. So you need to understand its limitation, because we cannot represent each and everything on a piece of paper. So you need to have a clear visualization of any particular molecule which I'll be talking about. Things won't be that complicated. In fact, it would be simpler, but it is very much easier if you try to have a visualization about different types of bond, especially the three-dimensional structures. Okay, so now the session flow is going to be something like this. We'll be starting with the introductory part. Okay, so introduction is going to be the first one, and then the next is going to be something which you already know. You will be studying about carbohydrates. Okay, so what exactly are carbohydrates? Now you know about sugar, you know about glucose, you know about fructose, you know about cane sugar, you know about cellulose, right? So each of them are different. What are the different aspects, and what is the chemistry behind carbohydrates? How are they classified? They are sugars, they are non-sugars, they are monosaccharides, polysaccharides, you have monosaccharide, disaccharides, polysaccharides, oligosaccharides. You will be studying in depth, and of course you'll be studying the cyclic structure of glucose. That is going to be something which is different than the rest of the part of chemistry, because so far you have been studying organic chemistry only, simplified to special molecules, very small molecules. So now once a very big molecule like glucose comes to your mind, when I'll be drawing the structures, it would make you little bit like it may be something which is new, something which you have never thought about it, but the reactions which I'll be doing it during the course of this carbohydrate chemistry, that is going to be something which you have already studied in the previous chapters, that is functional groups, which you'll be studying in organic chemistry, like alcohols, phenols, ethers, and then aldehydes and ketones, right? So now let's move on to the third part. So we'll be studying something regarding alpha amino acids. Okay, so it's not L-amino acids anyway, so I would just make it alpha amino acids so that it's pretty much legible. Okay, so now the next is, we'll be studying something about proteins. Most of you know what a protein is, especially the people, especially the guys who just go to gym, that they have been advised to take an external protein shake, something like that. You know milk protein, you know there is a protein present in hair, protein present in body, protein which is present in different sprouts, different vegetables, meat and all, right? We'll be studying the chemistry behind it, and then we'll be studying something, what you call it as DNA and RNA, right? Something which you might have already studied a lot in biology, and some basic science when you were in your school level, right? Then we'll be studying more about, after DNA, RNA, we'll be studying something, what you call it as polymers, right? Polymers, this is the most important and interesting part of chemistry. These days you'll be finding that many job opportunities come in polymers, especially abroad. We are trying to get into a polymer chemistry, which is going to be something like chemical reactions occur. They have a lot of waste which is generated. So we are looking more into biodegradable polymers as per the research point of view. But you will be at least knowing the basic polymers, how they are synthesized, the types, the structures, and some common polymers. So this is going to be very, very interesting. You'll be studying a lot of chemical reactions, and you'll be wondering that you already have been using such materials, but you don't know the chemistry behind it. So this was all about the introductory session. Now let's begin with the introduction first. So introduction. So what exactly do you mean by biomolecules? Biomolecules, these are nothing but the molecules which are present in living organism. They are basically, you could say that they are present not only in living organism but also everywhere here and there. They constitute a very important and integral part in biochemistry. Okay. Now, if you consider your body itself, this body is nothing but you could say a laboratory wherein every second lots and lots of biochemical reaction happens. You take some food, what exactly happens? The digestion starts after a period of time as well, and then there's a lot of biochemical reaction happens every now and then. So digestion, then you have like different processes which are occurring, like even respiration to some extent, you have some chemical reactions which are associated with it. So now in this these biomolecules, we will be concentrating our discussion, as I've already discussed, to carbohydrates like sugars and non-sugars, and then we'll be studying more about alpha amino acids. So as the name suggests, alpha amino acids. Okay, so it contains an amino group and a carboxylic acid group. Then we'll be moving one step ahead, forming a polypeptide, you could say a protein. Then now, other than these, there are, you could say that primary and secondary metabolites which are present in plants and animals, they are also biomolecules. So now you could also write primary, you could also write secondary metabolites. Now, something which we will be also studying little bit, but not too much, is vitamins and lipids, and even complex carbohydrates. Okay, primary and secondary metabolites, and which are primary metabolites which are used for growth and development, secondary metabolites which do not have that much importance, a body can survive without it. So this was all about the biochemistry introduction lecture. Now let's move on one by one to the different biomolecules which we will be studying.